Hi, I'm Silas Victory Chibueze. Have you heard this notion that art subjects are for female, for the girls, why sciences are boys? Like you hear the teacher say, physics are for men, while literature are simply for the girls. Personally, I've had that experience back in secondary school, and I so much believe that each and every one of us have had that issue or that experience. This boils down to the fact that there is a need to talk about gender transformative education. And that is why, or that is what I simply want to do justice to right away. So the question is, why should we delve into gender transformative topics? Now, it's quite important to do that, especially in Nigeria. But the challenge is that it has faced a lot of challenge or criticisms. Some say that when you talk about gender transformative education in Africa, you are simply trying to promote SOGI, that is sexual orientation, gender identity, and sexual expression. But that is not the case. Some school of thought says that you want to destroy the African culture, that you want to bring in Western system of family and gender identity. But that is also not the case. Why should we actually venture into gender transformative learning? It is simply important because it is simply another way to free the children from educational stereotypes, especially harmful stereotypes in education. For instance, just like I've explained in my intro, I said back in school, when a male student identifies to do arts, literature, they are seen as a feminine courses for female. When a female wants to go into STEM courses, sciences, technology, and all the rest of it, they are often not encouraged because it's often seem like they are doing male courses. So there is a need to talk about gender transformative education. It is very much important. It is very necessary, especially in order to promote the SDG 4, quality education. For teachers, gender transformative education is very much important. They should be talked about in our PTA meetings, in our teachers' workshops, and all the rest of it. You know why? It will help the teacher to create a conducive environment where every student is free to choose a particular course. Sometimes you see teachers say that physics are for men, physics are men they do physics. We've had those experiences in schools, and this makes it kind of difficult for female to venture into STEM courses. Yeah, when you go to STEM classes, science classes, you see a lot of male. If you go to home economic classes, you see a lot of females. These stereotypes sometimes it often come from the teachers. So there's a need to educate our teachers about gender transformative education. They should create a safe environment where students will choose whichever courses or course they actually want to do. Courses are for everybody. We go for whatever we want. The students should be free. The children should be free to attend any course at all. Fighting against such harmful stereotype is very much important. So another importance of gender transformative education, or if you can say gender transformative learning and inclusive education, is that it changes textbooks, the school textbooks and school curriculum in Nigeria. Now, let me take you back to our school days. You can often see boys identified as engineers in our textbooks, at the front cover of our textbooks. Girls identified as nurses, caregivers, chefs. Boys identified as doctors, leaders. These things already are stereotypes. You're making it's creating an impression that boys are for engineering, girls are for nurses. And it in turn affects tertiary institution. That is why when you go to higher institution, you see more female in nursing faculty. and more male in engineering faculty. So, emphasizing on gender transformative education is quite important because it will change the notion and it will change the curriculum and the school textbooks. And in turn, it will free our children from this harmful stereotype in education. You know, and also it kind of affect the boys and it affects the girls too. Boys can do home economics. A boy can actually go study home economics in school, be a caterer, go into catering. Boys can actually go into nursing. The girls can do technical courses, STEM courses. They can be engineers. So let us create that safe environment. Let us educate them. Let us re-educate them that they can be whatever they want to be in life.